Okay.
Good.
Then
He's the last guy.
Demi, proceed.
Well, I mean, proceed with what?
So, Demi has decided to play a fighter.
And a human one at that.
Scrub Lord.
He is the greatest of the basic bitches here. But that's not a bad thing. It really isn't. Fighters are really simple. They
hit
have
stuff.
full BAB. They have access to all simple martial weapons, all armor types, all shields except for tower shields. They have a D10 hit die. They have mainly physical skills. They don't have too many skill points.
Oh,
They
yeah,
gain
I
bonus
fucking-
feats. A lot of bonus feats.
Yep. It's
And
like
a
Demi,
lot of
just for the record, you're basic.
Yeah, but
Yep. So
but see, as basic as I am, look at all these feats that I have. Can you have all these feats? No, you can't.
I can burn an
See,
orphanage down.
you have ways.
So, Demi starts off with full BAB, has a fort save primary, and a bonus feat.
And as a
That's
human,
about it.
and being human, I start with a feat, so I have many feats.
You have 3 feats. You start with 3.
Yeah.
Loser. Have you tried
And,
sucking less?
No.
So, me and him talked for a while about stuff that would be good with him.
And
There
archery
is one
sucks.
thing I do want to note, Demi. You will be needing one other feat to throw something and immediately equip another spear to throw it. If you want.
Is that quick? Is that what the quick draw or whatever feat? Whatever
Yeah,
that was.
you would need quick draw to use full BAB eventually to
Yeah.
throw multiple times.
Yeah, that's fair, but I think, I mean, the two that I want, point blank shot and weapon focus, are the primary ones. And while I could get precise shot, knowing that these fuckers are going to fly into the enemy, I think it's worth getting it at the start.
Worth getting a precise shot?
Yes.
What?
So I, don't get the -4 penalty for trying to get the fuckers.
Yep, good idea. So yeah, I just wanted to tell you, as it is, you do have a +1 BAB. So whenever you take a move action, you can draw a weapon, but it still requires you to do a move action.
Yeah. Luckily, though, as I have a wall, and as I'm ranged, I don't think I'll be doing much moving in the first place, so I think I'm good.
Okay. For description's sake, me and Demi had many talks on what he should be. He was going archery, then he started going for a long spear guy. Eventually settled on just a spear. He is a spearman.
How
And a
many
throwing
spears does he
spearman.
have?
7.
He can hold 7 at any time, but he can buy quite a few without too much of an issue.
And before we get accused of building a rogue militia.
Let's see. Just double check. Yeah, spear is 2 gold. It's not expensive.
Holy
No.
crap,
No,
we
the problem
could
with
equip
spears
an
is-
army.
The problem is it's fucking heavy as shit, so having 7 spears, weighing 6 pounds each.
You
kill
know,
me.
maybe that wagon is not such a bad idea. We could drive off and start an army, become robber barons.
Yes.
Kill all the quest critical NPCs, live in a cursed world, slaughtering everything as we go.
I'm sorry, but even if we do, open up the other books, that doesn't mean I'm letting you take leadership.
But
Why not? Having
yeah,
an army was one of my plans.
we we need to murder the world, Epic.
I think the question is who's the leader?
Me.
Fucking excuse
I'm
me.
the leader.
No.
I'm the leader.
Oh my god, that's the end of the campaign. When we kill each other, there's one true Dark Lord left standing.
I'm the real nerdy Dan.
You know, we
Yeah.
should define that on our on wrestling match. The one that wins
No.
is the
No.
The half orcs.
No.
Seems fun.
You know,
Well,
I'm
I'm a
gonna
veteran.
forfeit willingly, and you fight the rest of them, Bacon. I'm gonna be over to one side waiting for you to win.
No. Bacon. Whoever manages to last longer under the water.
What? Fuck you.
You piece of shit.
Endurance plus my fortitude base plus my charisma plus all my other shit. Yeah, sure. I ain't got no problem with that.
5
I
hours.
think we should be the one that lasts the longest on fire.
I mean,
I will provide the fire.
Yeah, let's start with the paladin.
I have no
What if we
problem with
start
this.
with the fighter instead?
mm. Ah,
Are we gonna continue?
We
No.
should.
I was just letting you guys bond while I ate.
Kind of.
Bonding. That's exactly what happened.
Okay, so backstories wise, if we're moving on to that, me and
Yeah.
Bacon had an idea of him having been a slave or a prisoner on my family's estate, and me essentially getting disinherited because I'm a disturbing freak, firebag, and the kind of person that tortures small animals in this game. So
Yeah.
I kind of helped him break out and we ran off together.
Like two
Just kind
lovers.
of, right?
I don't understand the question.
Just a little bit, right? Just kind of helped him out.
The fire was never proven to have originated with me, okay?
But
Exactly.
suspicions are high.
It's just a coincidence that I was worshipping Vecna and that I have access to fire magic.
Waking up?
Correct.
No comment.
Prepares detect chaos.
Vecna is neutral evil.
Okay,
Yes.
prepare to detect evil then.
Yep, definitely evil.
There's two flaring evil marks on your side.
No. The thing is, Jackal, my characters have no issue with evil people, just with chaotic.
Yes, but it's not about
Neither
whether
do I
your
have
character
an
has an
issue
issue
with
with it.
But yeah, I don't have an issue with evil people. We both have an issue with Vecna worshippers, however, because they tend to reanimate dead people. Unwillingly.
I have
Yeah.
no access to necromancy spells.
Then it's cool.
Yeah, it's fine.
Besides, you wouldn't necessarily know which evil god I'm with, but I feel like that seems like the most logical thing for that to have somehow accidentally been discovered, that I have been studying that religion, and on top of me being weird, it would kind of probably be enough for me to be removed as an embarrassment if there was another heir. You know, as long as there was a spare, just then at that point, just, you know, fuck these guys. start fire in the kitchens.
And ever since, they've been living alone in the wilderness.
Well, wandering from small town to small town, getting in trouble more likely, but you know. As far as
When
languages
they once
go.
entered the Underdark, no one heard from them again.
Wait, what? As far as languages go, I figure we have possibly wandered around the semi-edges of civilization. And I know I've picked Turkish for my second language because I've spent a lot of time, possibly a few years, with Bacon's character. So,
And I'm guessing me and Steel have been together for a few years at least.
No, we were just worshipping the same deity. We weren't together.
Steel decides that he doesn't want anything to do with you, Jackal, or fuck you.
I mean,
Wow.
I will respect you for following the same deity, but yeah, no.
You probably know each other, if only because Steel is one of the very, very few paladins of Ouija's. She usually does a lot of clerics.
Yep.
I mean, we would know each other, like like a past student you studied with, but
Not necessarily, Steel. Jackal might know of you, and you
You're a
might not know of
paladin,
him.
Steel. Yeah, you're a
What?
paladin, Steel. You follow her more for you weren't really particularly trained per se. You
Mhm.
just found that this goddess was what you were looking for,
yeah,
and you decided
was
to
my
take up
calling.
her banner.
Mhm.
Yep, it was my
Yeah,
calling.
Jackalor is just one cleric amongst many. There's little reason that you know him specifically. You, on the other hand, are a rarity.
Yep.
Yep.
So even if he knows, I probably wouldn't know him. But
How would any of us
Yeah.
know Demi?
That's a
Um,
fair point. I was
We
thinking of my characters as I was thinking him to be more of a sort of bounty hunterish guy. So there's a high possibility that I met you maybe on the road.
Oh
Definitely.
my
And you
fucking
guys have
god!
information?
I know how we could have met him. Probably being chased for fucking up and burning down a tavern by this bounty hunter. That I feel like that makes sense as a first meeting between us way back in the backstory. Him chasing us at one point before quote unquote clearing the matter up.
I recommend not being people too old because half-orcs are the ones that live less. So please, don't.
I mean, I figure my character would have been like 15 or 16 when he escaped with you.
Yeah,
That actually is a question. How old are you guys right the fuck now? What did you put as your age?
I figure
Or-
like 19 or 20 right now for me.
I put
I mean,
22.
29.
I just
I'm
have 15.
20. I'm 20, but I'm half elf, so I basically just grew into an adult. I think it's how it is said
Holy
in the
crap, bunch of teenagers go on a quest. Most of them are evil
Yeah.
assholes.
I'm not a teenager. I'm 29, damn it.
We're not evil. We're just basically in a rebellious phase. That's what we fucking are.
You don't understand me, Mom. Vecna is my life.
I think that from the group we can totally say that the half-orc is evil. He likes to think like regular orcs.
Papa bless.
Uh,
And then we have that one old dude in the group who's like 29. Fuck you, Jackal.
but yeah, like so at 20, I am basically an adult, and I live until 180.
We all turn to Jacklor. Shut up, Grandpa.
Fucking whippersnappers.
Wait,
Whippersnappers.
wait. How old is
29. I thought
Jesus
he was
fuck.
29.
So
25.
yeah, half elf would reach age 20 before they are an adult, but they
Yeah,
can live
so,
for over 180 years.
Okay, so we have an idea of ages. Good, good, good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Demi, how are your sense motive kind of stuff?
I'm pretty sure they're kind of shit. First, I don't even have a specialization in that, so getting it up is shit. 1 second, let me check.
Yeah, I think it makes
Sense motive. Yeah, it's just 3 because wisdom score. That's it. I don't have any ranks in it.
Yeah, I have
think
a
you win.
bluff score of 11, so I think it makes sense for him having chased us and me having quote-unquote cleared it up by telling him who the real culprits must have been.
This is why you don't talk to people. You just smash them.
I mean, there are a lot of variables. I have to confirm the fucking kill, or I don't get paid.
Probably a
then
shitty
I have-
assignment like find the people responsible and end them.
Okay. Another question is, why did we take this 29-year-old guy in?
He came packaged with a paladin, I guess.
How would we know him? He would know at least one of us, but how would we know the two of you?
Well, no, I think actually, yeah, Steel and Jack should definitely know each other. You're both Ouijas, right?
He would know of me, but not the other way around specifically.
They might have met more recently in whatever shrine there might be in the local town.
Yeah.
You know, with the differences of ages and stuff, I believe the paladin is a lot younger than the cleric. The cleric
I
is
am way
possibly sent as an instructor on the ways of Ouijas with the paladin.
That works.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he will listen, but that does not mean he will go us with the same way the cleric is doing shit.
I
I
mean, as
should
long as
teach
you
you the
understand
ways
the
of
basic
Ouijas.
idea of Ouijas' edicts, you're pretty
Yeah,
much
like-
good.
Still,
And
nobody's
that is
trying to
what-
control you. Relax, it's okay. It's not VTM. We're not trying to pull your strings yet.
Yeah.
No, it's. I mean, I never trust Jack to have any sort of tutoring thing above me. No. Just no.
Can you please take it as
Why
a...
are we rolling initiative?
I did.
It's going to be important. Quick, there's a gelatinous cube under you.
Wow.
Jesus fuck, I
Using
don't.
+1 initiative.
I like.
Holy shit! Holy shit, they're
I
better.
have the lowest.
Oh, wow.
I have the lowest. And
By the way,
Draco-
Epic, I just need to ask this. What's with the 0.01s and 0.3s?
That's
Why
your
does
bonus,
this
I
happen?
think.
It's
Yes,
It
tiebreakers.
is, and that is so that when I do that, it automatically sorts it like that.
Yeah.
In
It's a
case we
tiebreaker.
both roll, I roll a 20 and he rolls a 20, he goes first because he has better bonus than me.
Epic, do we have any idea what would force us to work together so we can tailor how we come together backstory wise?
Not quite yet. I was gonna save that for when the stuff actually started.
Do we have an idea where we are? What kind of a town it is?
You guys are starting off in the Duchy of Bose, if I remember correctly, on this stuff. Nope. Nope. Yep. Okay. So, let's see. Why would you guys come over here? I think it's left fairly open-ended generally. So I'd have to probably read up on the backstory of the.
Which of the cities are we in, the bigger or the smaller one? Because
in the
Old
cities?
Ford has an arena which gives me and Bacon a reason to be there. He probably wanted to, fight something in the arena.
From my understanding, most of what's going on is that you guys are starting in Rithelwald.
Okay.
You could start in Odeford though, and just travel over there.
Also, about the wizards, doesn't it say that the shrines are pretty scarce and whatnot?
They are. There's not too many of
So,
them.
yeah.
Well, it's a bigger city. I don't know, we could just be passing through on the way to the arena. From wherever we're coming from. And just run into the
Let's
others.
see. You have Odeford and Rithelwald. Those are the two big places and right next to you.
Hmm.
Odeford has less people. Mixed 15,000 total. Power. It has the arena. Makes sense.
What about the rest of you? What would bring you to this quote-unquote corner of the world?
Probably me looking for steel.
And probably me trying to get away from the annoying geezer while enjoying the beauty of everything.
You're a
I'm
paladin! What the fuck, Steel?
Yeah, steel.
still plus.
So
Yes.
I mean,
do
she
you
is
do
the
you
goddess of
want
vanity.
to?
She is the goddess of vanity.
Vanity is about being in love with yourself.
Yes.
It's like
Yep.
I'm fabulous. Toss hair.
I mean, I am, I am, but
Let me put it
shit.
this way. I once shocked a DM as a cleric of Weejoss because one of the things he gave as treasure was a silver cloak. It was meant to just be worth 1,000 gold to go and sell it. I said, "No, I'm a cleric of Weejoss. I wear it."
Yeah.
You
I'm
Yeah,
look at
okay.
fabulous in that cloak, right?
Fuck it, that is awesome.
I
Yeah.
look fucking fabulous.
I mean, my character's morning ritual is to, prepare, his own self.
But yeah, I'm not saying you need to take it as far as I did at all.
Oh
Weejoss is,
no, like he
Vane
has like
herself. So
no, he had like 16 charisma and basic beach everything else. He would totally be of
You
that
know,
kind.
I think I've noticed a pattern with Steel, and please don't take this the wrong way, but you don't have to always be rebelling against the way things are going.
I
You
mean,
can be
not
cool with Jackalor. You don't have to be running from him or rebelling against the teachings or whatever.
sure.
I mean, I'm not sure what teachings you're rebelling against. You're supposed to be the paladin.
No, I'm
Yeah.
not rebelling against. I'm probably just tired of his nagging at some point.
I mean,
Hi.
that means you go to the tavern that night and meet the two of us. Not
Probably.
that, you're running away
You
from
know, it
him.
actually makes a good amount of sense for you guys to start in Odeford. Your mercenary friend would probably want to be there to get some more spears.
And
mean,
probably me and the orc have done mercenary work as well. It's just that banditry is usually so much easier because you can do it at the spur of a moment and you don't need to get a quest first.
Uh,
You know, it really wouldn't surprise me if we just did support that at all.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It would be it would definitely be a sort of loving of oneself, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Kind
it
of.
would.
What?
Being gay.
Oh.
Yeah,
In terms of vanity, maybe the way he indulges it is also in the fighting pits.
It could be.
I mean,
Look at me.
a fa-
Are you not entertained?
Except he's not exactly that great at it. It would be a
like,
good way to
if
get
I
a
had
bloody nose.
if I had more strength and con, I would be like yes on a drop of a hat. But
As it is, he's pretty average in everything except charisma.
yeah,
Oh my fucking god, I know how we do it. I hide out of you in the audience and I cast Daze on Bacon's opponents. We rig the fighting pit.
I hope there's no spellcasters with high spellcraft in the crowds.
Okay, Korgak, time to go. Collect your winnings. Let's go.
Ugh.
uh,
All right. So you guys happy with the more or less what you're doing around there and such?
sure.
It works as a general idea why we're there.
Yeah.
All right.
We're supposed to go over equipment and shit, right?
In terms of where all of you come from before your, as in what your actual background is, backstory wise, I mentioned mine. I think it might make sense for everyone to say 2 or 3 sentences about where their characters come from as well. Bacon, you had a thing worked out.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's from Orc Village. Got walking around. Got slaved when he was 8, so went to work with your family. Something slave, possibly battle, maybe just heavy work, and escape with you. So now he wants to just do evil stuff.
Oh my fucking god, I'm imagining some aunt somewhere going, "What happened to that Colin boy? Oh, didn't you hear? He took their yard slave and ran off."
Oh.
Shameful display, such a lovely family. Jackalor, do you have a thing worked out?
Not really, but I can make something up on the spot.
Let's do. Demi, do you have a thing ready to go?
Let's see.
I'm kind of thinking about it right now. It's almost done.
Oh, guys, you are so bad.
It doesn't matter too much.
It
I
would
was
be nice for
probably,
flavor.
Yep, I did say this is I had this in mind with just, first time members, so I wasn't expecting too much.
Well, I was probably like a child that was given to the church because
Oh no, he's an ex-altar boy.
Very
Well,
funny.
we now know what happened.
Except
No,
Regis' love!
This,
Oh,
this explains why he never got the stick out.
Holy crap! Epic, you're a piece of shit!
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Oh god, fucking died.
Oh my fucking god, and he's teaching the new guy, so he just places hands on the pelted shoulders, rubs slightly. Let me show you the ways of Regis. Explains why Steel is running off as well.
It actually works. Oh my fucking god.
You don't
So
have to go
perverted-
through with that if you don't want, Jack. It's no big deal.
No, I can run with this. I can run with this, and I will.
So I mean, he probably ran away in a sense of like, can you stop touching me already? No, accept a lot of Ouija. Jesus fuck God.
So,
We
for
just encourage
Jackalor,
this
a
and
question:
just love
do you
ourselves.
have you actually molested Steel? Yes or no?
Yes.
For fuck's
See-
sake! I gave you. Insert generic disclaimer from channel owner. How far, and I shudder to ask, did you go in molesting him? Was it just suggestive shoulder rubbing, or did you go further?
Oh my god. This explains why Jackler didn't start with soap. He was using steels.
Oh, God fucking damn it. Damn it. Ah,
You dropped the soap,
yes.
boy. Aren't you gonna pick? I can't. I fucking...
Um,
Jackalor, the audience wants to know, how far does this go?
Somewhat.
no.
Not,
Just a
I-
tip.
My pet raven would like to gouge your eyes out.
but that's illegal, my friend.
Everything is fair in love and war.
Let me show you how to love yourself.
Anthony probably goes back
It-
and up, don't you
it-
dare.
Oh my fucking god, that makes so much sense with the vanity thing. They would use that as a line.
Oh,
Let me
Yep.
teach you how to love yourself.
I think
And
this
that
is the
is why-
goddess we overthrow when we claim godhood.
no. And that is why not many become paladins of Ouija.
It's really
Yep.
the priesthood's fault.
Yeah. Everything makes so much sense now. Oh.
Okay.
She is
okay.
a neutral god. Some light abuse might be acceptable to her, it is true, as long as it serves the cause.
To
Yep.
be
I mean-
fair, she's lawful neutral, and she really doesn't give a shit about good or evil.
Yeah.
So,
Oh my god, it might be encoded as some kind of a rite in some versions of her worship. As long as it's
Yep.
properly lawful, she wouldn't care then.
Yeah.
no, she really wouldn't.
Oh, fuck me.
So yeah. Wow.
I
Yay.
think our World of Darkness experience is showing a bit here in how we're approaching D&D.
Oh, it totally
I-
is, but I don't mind.
love
It's
this.
all good.
I love this. It feels so more real than the Quaddy 2 should D&D.
I need to make a disclaimer that this is gonna be a dark and evil campaign full of inappropriate humor at all times because
I mean,
holy
I'd already
crap.
planned on it being a very dark campaign, but hey, that was me.
Nothing a little homosexuality can't fix.
You know, just give me a few levels and I can make that grease spell last a while. I'll hook you up.
Now, also, like this 30-year-old with this 20-year-old 16 charisma half elf running away from him.
Oh yes, he's a
Charisma
half-elf.
is-
He's a pretty boy by most
Yes,
standards.
he is.
Charisma is
Yeah.
also supposed to represent how pretty you are.
He's
So-
not just charismatic. He's also, the elven cutie shit.
Jacklor, are you sure you don't want to up your age to say 40 to make this, a proper story of a priest and his boy?
Nah, 29 is fine. 29 is fine.
This is your
So-
first altar boy.
Yeah.
Ah, Jesus.
Good
fuck.
thing that I have 7 charisma.
Yeah, I'm not tapping that.
I think I better sleep next to Korgak with this fuck around.
Wait.
I have 18 charisma. I'm not sure I'm safe.
No, you are. No,
Oh,
you
you'll be fine. Don't worry.
Excusing. Excusing.
No. I just imagine I was looking at Colin and saying, you know, we do have a pair of manacles.
Oh shit! It's the cleric too. He has reason to go up to you and use his healing touch.
Yep.
Got touch. Ah, crap.
Should I just find another inn while you guys do this?
No.
There's the link for you. Jackalord, can you switch your token to this?
No, I can't. I'm sorry.
It makes it looks so much more. Oh, I mean, was looks at Colin. You know,
Also, I
we
don't mind
do
the
have a
donation
pair of
things.
manacles. We could just tie him up, you know, for like a night.
I did buy a set of manacles.
I will buy a second and tie him properly. Have Kordak like tie the fucking rope with Heiser wire or something.
Domination domain, did you take that?
Yes.
Yes.
I have no words. This is already so very, very, very much beyond what I hoped for.
Oh no. And the only reason that he hasn't just gotten him yet is because of enchantment spells and effects. So
No, Steel, I don't think you get to dodge him completely. You probably
no.
have been mildly violated.
Oh, I have been bad.
Probably, yes, Remy. Probably.
I have a feeling that my character quickly gets banned from most brothels. For whatever reason.
All right, are we good on the backstory bit now? I think it went deeper than anyone hoped.
Okay, Steel,
That's
how
what
did you
Jackmore
make
said.
your way to this pervert?
I was probably like an abandoned half-elf, like a bastard child.
Oh my fucking god, it's like, ooh, what's, ooh, half-elf.
Probably.
You know, he probably runs away every once in a while in that case, but he's probably pretty used to it by now.
Yeah.
I will find him at that bar again.
Oh no.
Drag him back
No,
while
no.
he's drunk, he wakes up in the bed!
Yep.
Oh, fuck you. You again. You again.
Demi, what
I
about
will
you?
get.
Just to stay true to the name of Human Fighter Generic, my backstory is also pretty generic. This is how I'm going to start it out. So my character was born in Rithelworld, so basically in the Duchy of Bose. That's why I'm kind of close in Oddford. I was born in basically the slum area, so the shanty area around the actual city proper. And yeah, I was in a fucking poor family. My father was working as basically like this amateur bounty hunter as well, which I would have learned from him. When I was 16 years old, I went with him on my he helped me during my first bounty hunter quest, so I actually learned what the fuck to do shit. Things went wrong. He died. I left alone. Basically abandoned my mother because she's a little slut, and then I just went on living my own life. And yeah, here I am in Oddford nearby, and I probably would have met you guys there. I think that's about it.
Well, you would have. Do you want to keep the bit where me and Bacon might have run into you previously while passing through here last time?
Yeah, that actually might be a good reason why we interact again when we meet in Oddford.
What's your alignment?
So, yeah, I'll
Would
keep
you
that.
be drawn to join up with assholes of similar bent to you, like us?
I'm neutral evil.
Yup, we would definitely hook up. So, have you tried
Yup.
banditry? Just out of curiosity. I hear it's good money.
Hmm.
It
Good
wouldn't
money,
be
you
a surprise if he did.
wait. You've caught my interest on good money. Tell me more.
You know, I know this route, the merchants take. Not enough. They're usually too well armed for 2 people, but with 3?
1, 2. I got 7 spears. I think we got this.
No, you're making me tempted to have the Ouija's people here because they figure this is a good way to have some learning experience trying to find the bandits of this local
I
place.
mean, that's just a hook for us joining in. We probably haven't established like a, you know, proper highwayman group yet. We're
Epic. I still prefer to. I took off in a horse due to riding away from the bad touch cleric this time around.
All right. Well, for now, let's get to the equipment then.
Yeah.
Bless.
Shall we?
I wanted, in regards to that, actually ask Epic. Scrolls. What does it take to use one? For me.
Generally, if you have a spell available to you, it's on your spell list. You can usually use a scroll from that.
So I don't need to know it. It just has to be like an arcane spell then, or do I need to actually know
I'll
it?
double check really quick. I think it just needed to be an arcane spell, and you had to be of equivalent level. But I'll double check.
And if I'm not,
If you're not, you need to use magic device. Otherwise, it just won't work.
okay. So not really a thing that I can effectively make use of.
Not super well. Okay. Spell, writing vanishes when the spell is activated. Casting a spell, that's the physical stuff. Activate a spell, must read the spell written on it. Doing so involves several steps and conditions. Deciphered by the character, so before a character can use it, know exactly what the spell contains. So that requires a read magic spell or spellcraft check DC 20 plus spell level.
So I would need to have the cantrip in order to effectively use it.
Unless it is a specially prepared curse scroll, decipher writing on a scroll in advance, so that did it later. Requires reading, must be able to see and read the writing on the scroll. Activating a scroll spell requires no material components or focus. Provides these when scribing the scroll. Note that some spells effective only when cast on items. Subject to disruption, just as casting a normal spell. Activating a scroll user must meet the following requirements. Spell must be of correct type. Arcane for, wizards, sorcerers, and bards. Divine spellcasters, clerics, druids, paladins, and rangers. And, any other types like that. Run by his or her class. Must have the spell on his or her class list. And must have the requisite ability score. Is at least equal to the spell's caster level. She can automatically activate the spell without a check.
So if I have a spell and I have a spellcraft of how much?
To read it, DC 20 plus spell level. So you need to pass a spellcraft DC 21 check to read an unknown scroll.
What if it's something that I have bought essentially and acquired?
I would be willing to let that usually just, if you knew what it was and it has all the other little bits, is an arcane spell, you have it in your class list, and you have the ability score required for it, and the caster level, you can just cast it.
But I still need to Like, what's the minimum that I would need then in order to cast the level ones as consumables?
Wait, what?
Well, essentially what I'm thinking of, right? I want to buy a couple of scrolls with my spare cash, so I have a few more options in an oh shit situation, right?
Oh, okay. Well, as long as it's in your in your class list for spells, and you bought it, usually when you buy it, the material costs go into it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you use it, it doesn't require any of those. So whoever made it had to already pay for it.
Okay, so in terms of spellcraft, if I have it ranked to a total of 5 with int bonus, I should be good for level 1s.
You rank it to 5. What's your what was that based on? Wasn't that intelligence?
It's intelligence. I have 4 and I have 1 int bonus going into it, so total of
Uh,
5.
you could do it if you just decided to take a good hour or two.
Ah,
If you take 20 on it.
so I would need to have essentially gotten ready to cast it when the time comes beforehand. So
Yes.
we would assume I had already done that then on.
It will
Stuff.
take time. So if you're, particularly short on time, it matters a lot. But if you just bought it and spent good afternoon reading like 2 or 3
Okay.
scrolls, shouldn't be an issue.
Okay, so in that case, the stuff I would start with now, we would assume I already am ready to cast when I need it.
Yes, if you bought some. Your total for spellcraft is what right now?
5.
Yeah, it's not enough for a 10. So if you take 20, it should do it easy though.
Mm-hmm. And it takes the same
So yeah,
amount of actions, right? As
it's the same as if you cast a spell regularly.
the arcane list seems to have a cure light wounds on it, but that's a bard only thing, right?
No, if it's on the arcane list, you can get it.
But I'm looking at the cure light wounds. It's listed as a scroll for arcane stuff, but it's only available to bards.
Oh, interesting. That's weird.
Well, yeah, it's cure light wounds. It's weird like that.
Where are you looking in particular for like scrolls and stuff? I actually
DnD
completely forgot
wiki
where that
right
is in the book.
now.
Oh,
I can drop the link. I was thinking of getting like a scroll of sleep, maybe another scroll of something else, if
Official
possible.
3.5E.
Say 1 scroll of sleep and 1 scroll of color spray. 4
oh,
options.
I see what you mean. Oh, it's only on the bard list. Yep, makes sense. I see what you meant. Okay.
What about the costs for these? Can I use these as a guideline, or do I need to somewhere
You
else?
can usually use these as a good guideline. Yeah.
Okay. Then finally, can I get a scroll of sleep and a scroll of color spray then for 50 gold total?
Sure. That's what we want to grab.
And casting these would be essentially the same in terms of action costs.
Yep. It takes you a standard action.
Okay, good. Good. Then I think I'm relatively well equipped while having a little bit of gold in reserve. For now.
Let's see. So anyone else?
What about the equipment and shit?
Yeah.
Sure.
Several questions. Like, are we going to go through our need to have, or
I mean, the idea is to make sure that the equipment is in order still.
yeah, like
I'm assuming Epic is gonna take a glance at our list, and if there's something that should be there that's missing or something, he's gonna let us know.
Generally,
is
yep.
that how it's going to work? I have it
I mean, I
but
assume I
let
don't
me
have to
start.
list the fact that I have specifically 50 bolts bought as ammunition for my crossbow somewhere.
I'm really just waiting for everyone to go through and state what they have left over, so you guys can decide what to do with what's left.
I have 1 gold piece and 4 silver pieces.
I
I have 8
have
gold and 1 silver.
I have 57 gold left.
Oh,
Because if you
Give me a
guys
moment.
want a wagon or anything, it could be fairly expensive.
Give us a guideline, Epic. How much do we need for a
Yeah.
wagon that we quote unquote broke down at the side of the road while merchants are passing by?
Let's see. Oh, whoops. I went too far. Up, go up. Here we go. So for that, what you want is generally a cart, 15 gold, or a carriage, which is 100 gold.
No.
No,
Uh,
we want
I
a
You
car.
don't
think
want to
a
go for the
farming
carriage?
down
All right.
trader is a
how
cart
much do
probably
you have?
makes sense. We'll also need
I have
someone to
currently.
drag it, and I am not volunteering Korgak for that.
You want, you can get donkeys or mules. It'll probably cost you 16 for 2 of them. Gold for 2.
Gold?
Yeah, how much gold do you have left?
I'm doing stuff right now. Give me a moment.
But if you really wanted to have decent transportation, you probably do want the carriage. To warn you.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Why?
the cart is literally a cart, and we walk around the carriage. We can go inside.
It would
Fair
also
enough.
mean we would need horses, so it would be more than just for the cost of the carriage.
You just need mules, I believe, and you
If
need to
we
maintain them as well.
if we want a carriage and if we want to use that to transport ourselves, we probably want actual horses.
Yeah.
Up to you,
True.
really.
Let's see. Explore shop.
Listen, I have a high bluff, and I have, in theory, some kind of background as minor nobility. A carriage with proper horses opens options to. Let me put it that way.
It would.
I mean, we
Beautiful
could say
lies.
that we stole one when we left,
Hmm.
so we reduce our loot, but we have a carriage.
It's a bad idea, steer, Bacon.
Yeah,
Be-
don't steal stuff.
yeah, we might have stolen one, but we probably sold the one we stole because that's trackable, and we've been
Yep.
running
Yep.
for years.
I mean, one of the reason I'm kind of suggesting a carriage to you guys is, well, it's enclosed. So if you're trying to do some kind of ambush or trying to hide stuff, it's a lot better than a cart.
The guards throw open the doors. Burst of flame scorches their faces.
But
Pretty
yeah,
much.
so how much gold do you have, Steel?
Give me a moment. I'm typing in the shit down.
Oh, you okay?
I wasn't told I had to have it in the equipment sheet.
Oh, and
I
you, of
didn't
course,
say you needed it.
none of us did steal. It's just that the rest of us actually thought ahead.
I am just copy pasting it from my.
Yeah. All we really need to know is how much money do you have left, which I would hope you would know.
moment.
Also, how much are like horses to you know, of ye
Depends
average
on the
quality?
horse. You can generally get away with mules just fine, though. But if you really want a horse, a light horse is 75 gold.
I mean, I assume horses would mean more max speed, which might matter at some point.
Yep, that would be more or less the main difference. Monkeys. The mules or donkeys are generally a lot tamer, though.
Yep.
I clicked on
You
Steam.
wouldn't need any special skill to have those go around anywhere.
Yep.
With the horses, if stuff happens around them, you might need somebody with the handle animal or ride skill to handle it.
Do we have handle animal on
Yeah.
anyone?
Yeah, I have, but I have negative
How much?
-2. But
I have
I
like
have.
7.
Steel has a good both of those.
Yeah.
But
And I'm going to raise them for awesome stuff. Cause
yep.
uh,
So would you want to just instead go for some mules and the carriage?
Hmm.
For the carriage and 2 light horses, you're looking at a total of 250.
I don't think we can
Yeah,
raise 250.
nah, I think we go carriage and mules.
Yeah.
I'm not sure we.
116.
I mean, I assume we're gonna be on some kind of a quest that gets thrown at us, so we're not necessarily gonna be just ambushing random peeps on the road.
You totally could if that's what you decide to do.
I mean, you could, I couldn't. I kind of have to follow the laws.
I will like to remind you, I love my sandboxes. So the quests you go on are literally just that, quests. They're not the plot. So whatever you want to do.
Okay, yeah, I vote for being bandits.
I vote against being bandits because I have a
I mean, that's the thing, we need to find something that lets us link up as a party, despite the chaotic and banditry versus lawful.
Don't worry, I have a plan for later. As long as you guys can temporarily get together, I know exactly why you guys will stick together.
I mean, we could
Yes,
be just
curses, other things.
Chris. We could be on the start just raiding other bandit camps, so that we are the only ones on the
Oh
region.
my fucking god, that is fucking perfect. Hey guys, are you looking for recruits? Bacon, you are a
Wait a second.
fucking genius. We are gonna
Wait a
be the
second.
cartel that pushes out all the other cartels. Your
This-
Brazilian experience is the most amazing thing.
This could also link up with me because remember, I'm a bounty hunter and I'm kind of getting bandits. So if you guys are raiding bandit camps, hi, I help.
So, you
And-
know, I
and-
heard that Shaga's crew managed to get a big haul last night and they're kinda wounded right now.
I mean, I'd probably have him come up with me, Steel that is, come with me simply because, hey, it's experience. Could be worth it.
Whatever you're saying, Grandpa.
I'm not your grandfather, damn it.
Call
Have
me
molested, you have molested me enough to be one.
Call me daddy.
Uncle.
Call me uncle.
That's even worse.
Jesus, fuck.
Yep. So I will be asking generally what you guys are bringing with you and what you leave in the carriage most of the time. This will help you with any kind of, big weights or anything. The carriage is going to be able to do a lot more than the cart. Uh,
Yeah,
We can
So-
just assume for now that the carriage is where the group pile is. Possibly.
Mm.
Yep.
So I guess.
And if you guys have bedrolls and stuff, and there's no real loot or anything, you can even sleep in the carriage if you feel comfortable with that.
I mean,
Still, we
I
need
don't
to know how
know.
much money you're willing to donate because we need to know how much everyone is committing to this if we're gonna try and stay
I
semi
have a
equal on loot.
I have effectively. Let me open calculator. So.
You
100.
don't have your remaining gold calculated
It's
out.
42. It's 42.
Okay.
As I said, I was just copying shit over.
So he has 42 added on to 133.25 you guys have.
Have
Total
175.
will come out to, where's my calculator? 175.25? All right.
I think we should keep 25 gold at the very least back for food, emergencies, whatever.
So
Yeah.
consider it as 150.
Yeah.
At most, yeah.
Pretty much.
And we should
All right.
write down.
I'm going to go ahead and note, I'm just going to call this inventory. No, I'm going to call it group inventory. How's that?
Whoever is
Ooh.
managing the treasury, note down how much each of us is actually putting in there. So we know who's committed what to the pile.
I would probably be trying to. No, I have all my shit I need, so I would keep like. Uh,
However you
Five.
guys want to sort that out, there's a group inventory for you.
We
Yeah.
can figure
This-
that out later still. Once we have enough in the pile to start spreading it out again, we can just start
Yeah.
by giving everyone back whatever they invested in the pile.
Yeah, sure. Just making sure I have everything my character would need. Yeah, he does. So. Yeah, it should work.
Okay, so let's go through this again so everyone's sure how much they are committing.
Mm-hmm.
Are we keeping any back for ourselves individual, or are we just gonna pour all of it into the group thing?
I'm pouring everything on the group. I have my food and I have a bow to hand, so I'm fine.
If we're willing to all work together, then yes, I'll put everything in.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god, should I roleplay this part? Because I have a feeling my character is a cunt and he would keep like a couple of gold pieces back in case he and Korgak needs to run from this group.
Could be up to you.
My
If we're going like that,
I
I'm
mean,
saving some gold too.
my character will keep like 2 to 3 out of principle in case he needs to buy something to pretty himself up.
Just in
Uh,
case that perfume goes on sale.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so
And
I'm
quick,
committing 55.7 and I'm keeping 2 gold pieces for emergencies in case everything
I'm-
goes south.
I'm
I think
committing.
all 1.4 gold.
I mean, you do have the healer's kit, so that's understandable.
I don't have a
Right,
healer's
Jack?
kit now. No, I don't have a
What the
healer's kit. I have no money. I had to spend it all on equipment.
What the fuck
course it
did
is.
you buy?
Armor.
King meal.
He
Chainmail.
needed to protect himself.
Nigga, I have scale mail and I'm a paladin.
Don't worry, it will pay off.
No.
Yes, I agree, Bacon.
Jesus, fuck. Ah,
Just let us know how much you're committing still.
I am committing the much.
Okay, so we're looking at about
155.
Jackalor was committing 1.4.
All 1.4 gold.
Yeah,
So
he
we're
had to go chainmail.
so we have a carriage and we have 2 donkeys, so that's 132, I think.
Nope,
Something like
that's 116. Donkeys are only 8 each.
We have 50 left.
So we just need to mark the cleric and switch off his chainmail with
Whoever
skill
is doing the group thing, just calculate. Keeping 50 in reserve is not a bad idea. Something's gonna come.
I think I will do the group thing. How much was the whole thing? 116?
116.
For the cart and donkeys. I mean, the carriage and donkeys.
I mean,
that was an expensive cart for a moment.
Yeah.
so we're using Lele donkeys.
One. I don't know how to write that. Costs 100. Actually, right. 2. Okay.
I heard somebody calling for assistance.
Wait, what? Assistance, you say?
Selling things.
Bacon. Bacon. Calculate it out properly. We need to know the silver pieces. We're penny and diamond here.
No, actually, it is right. I have 0.9 plus 0.7 plus 0.4, so
Okay. Never mind. Apparently, it worked out pretty exactly. But write down
Yep.
how much each of us committed so we know who to pay back later.
Or who not to pay back. Or who to
Yeah.
shank.
Or who to shank and sell all the equipment.
it's
Whatever you decide to do with the information.
Yeah.
That AC though. That AC.
Well, you
Oh, who
have
wants a
one
hunk of
more than
cheese?
me.
The
That
silver
is gonna...
piece?
It's gonna become more important once we knock over the local farmers and start moving into the duchy capital. We might need more carriages.
Yep. So, real question here, though. Do you guys want saddles, saddlebags, like that?
Not for
N-
now.
no, because then someone might ride off on our mules.
Yep.
Now,
All right.
at
No
the
saddles.
At level 5, no one can run away with my horse.
You want to give them some saddlebags?
I mean, they're
to
already
cut
gonna
more.
be essentially cooked into the carriage. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
it could save some room in the carriage if you just
Yeah.
have them being carrying it over there.
So if we have the carriage and we give them saddlebags, do we need tents?
we would just be sleeping in the carriage if it gets that nasty.
Yep. You
Yeah.
guys do need bedrolls, though. You need at
I
least a
have
bedroll.
So
Yeah,
Got a bedroll.
I got a bedroll.
anything you guys want to put on the group inventory, say to me.
I mean, since I can just remove the 10 and give 10 more gold into it. I have no issue with it. So then we have a way to sleep and everything.
You do have a way to sleep. You have a carriage.
So I don't need the fucking tent. So
You
Are
don't
we gonna
really need
pull
it. You can
things
get it if
like
you
our
want.
total food, etc. in there as well?
You might.
Oh, do I need to put the volume of the items on the carriage.
Generally, we ignore it. Don't worry.
So the carriage
Like-
is magical and can have everything inside.
We will
Not
turn-
everything, but within within reason.
Bacon, give me time. I will find a way to turn it into its own plane, and we will build a palace in there, just for you and me.
Don't worry. Bags of holding are a thing. Just not quite yet.
So yeah, I changed. I gave 50 instead of 40 now. So
Okay,
okay.
good. I assume everyone has at least like 4 or 5 days of food.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got
mhm.
7
I
days
have
worth.
8 days of food.
I have 8 days.
Jesus fuck.
Uh,
Oh,
do tell me that those are rations particularly,
Yes.
and not
Yes.
like.
Yeah,
it's
rations.
rations.
Okay. Good.
It's
Well,
rations.
Good job.
Water skins, everyone remember they need to drink.
Yeah.
I got water skins.
I think I deleted mine actually. Shit.
I have
Jesus
also have
fuck.
2 flags for boiling water.
Jackalope.
No, dude. This is the point. Steel, this is the point of this.
Let me ask another important question. Under your armor, does everybody have a traveler's outfit or something?
No, I'm just running around naked. Wait, is that wrong?
Wait,
Absolute
Oh.
cunts.
I'm a war.
I mean,
Inspired.
I probably am wearing something.
Then put it in, because traveler's outfit is an actual equipment.
Give me a moment to find exactly the fucking shit.
But should orcs wear clothes?
That's up to you.
I'm just give me a second. I'm gonna take him aside and I'm gonna explain this to him again. I think it was 1 gold for traveler's outfit.
Yeah.
It is. Yep.
Oh, there
It's
goes
fine,
one of those
though.
gold pieces.
Oh,
Bacon,
buy one from me.
fuck
Don't want to
you.
redo the math. I don't want to redo the math, please.
Should be pretty simple. So,
If you are adding it in the
Steel
right
gave
place,
one, and Chris just took one. Oh, look, it ended up 0.
What?
no,
I
I
didn't
did.
give.
Still added 10
I
more,
didn't-
but I used 1 from my personal reserves. I'm thinking about taking like
Yeah,
2 back.
This is
Yeah,
our.
everything's fine here too. I haven't removed or removed or
So,
added anything. I just reduced
Ja-
my
Jackalope, do you have the water skin? Do you have the basic necessities like a silver
Yes.
holy symbol?
Yes,
Does it need to be silver?
I do believe
It's the
so.
goddess of vanity. It's part of
You
her
gotta
shit.
be fancy.
Yeah.
Bake.
It's one thing I can't skimp on.
Oh.
Sorry.
Right, it's a
Listen.
round. Well, round 60. You know what? Let's not touch it. Let's leave it as is unless someone has to withdraw something.
Yeah,
Do
like,
you guys have backpacks?
Yep.
Yep.
yes.
Shit.
So
Jackalope,
Man,
sell
you
the
all-
chain.
I
Sell
can-
the chain
yeah,
now.
I have a backpack. Yes.
Sell
I
the
also
chain.
made sure to have a
Buy them.
lantern with fuel for it in case we didn't end up with a light magic
I mean-
thing.
I have a fish net. I can fish.
I have 10 fish hooks. We can also fish that way.
The lamp oil can also be used for setting fires. It's a very versatile tool.
Oh. People with
Or-
weapons. Do you guys take any whetstones? Or,
Oh my fucking god. I just had the most
have-
amazing idea.
Yeah,
Guys,
I'm carrying one.
lamp oil for 1 pint is 1 silver piece. How much can the carriage carry?
Oh no. No. No.
Do note that the lamp oil. Actually, let me just check real quick. Lamp
We
oil. Is there a difference
we-
between that and regular oil? I don't think there's supposed to be.
Well, it's meant
Yes.
to burn with a steady flame.
It's probably kept in like flasks, so
It is.
But regular oil is in flasks.
no. I assume regular oil is probably cooking one.
I didn't find anything on lamp oil. Just oil.
Burns for 6 hours on a pint of oil.
So you're talking about just regular oil.
Yeah. Seems
Well-
That is a good question then.
It's a lamp oil. It is lamp oil. It's what's used for fueling lamps.
yeah.
In the same,
They just call it oil.
yeah,
That's all.
yeah. It's specifically
probably
burnable
made-
oil.
Yeah. So let's see.
Burns
Eh,
for 6 hours on a pint of oil.
Yeah, it's
what?
on page 129 in the PDF. 1 silver piece for 1 pint, and it's a flask
Yep,
for
no,
fueling
I'm
up your
aware.
lanterns.
You just particularly referred to it as a lamp oil, and I was like, wait, there was a different type of oil in the
Oh,
sheet?
no.
than
I'm
just oil?
just using whatever terms happen to make sense at the moment, not necessarily how it's used in the book.
Yes. Don't worry. This is how I once burnt down a Null War tribe in my first session.
You know,
So
if we do still have 60 or 50 golds, did someone withdraw a bunch? Jackalor?
I withdrew 1, and T plus 10 was considering steal, but I don't
Yeah,
know what
I
he
added-
used.
I added 10 more. I didn't remove shit.
Oh yeah, just for making sure that you are adding 10 more.
With
Yeah, I
that,
didn't remove.
with
I
that
just added.
59, I think we can afford a spare donkey, a spare cart, and a bunch of lamp oil if that ever becomes necessary.
yeah, you can. 8, 10.
I
Okay,
don't-
so Chris, that's how we rate the the village.
8 plus 15. There's that.
I
You should have
want
plenty
to
for just a cart full of oil. Kamikaze attack?
Oh no, we just
Why?
stabbed. We shoot the donkey in the ass and watch it run towards our enemies.
Yeah, then you light the cart on fire.
Yes.
In
Yes.
prestidigitation, strike a spark.
I mean,
I
Tinder
have to
twig.
steal. Do you guys have flint and steel? I have flint and steel.
I don't.
I mean,
I have flint and steel.
It's not
I-
how I start fires. I usually just burn everything down when I go there.
Oh,
I
you guys
mean,
are actually making me more happy than you know. You're also excited of your equipment.
I mean, yes, we are. Also, let's see. The bedroll, so brush-ons, the water skins.
Oh, you guys have blanket, just for making sure.
Well, I just have a
Uh,
bedroll.
but-
Is it
Bed
winter?
rolls are good enough.
I
I
mean,
don't know. Maybe.
it's probably a 40
yet.
thing or something. It's
I
fine.
think, given
Don't
that
buy
I
from
work in a
Gunstar.
pair with Bacon, something like Flint and Steel is probably what he carries, because he's better at that wilderness survival shit. I just do the magic.
No, I probably just have. Oh, light this fire, please.
Can edit them.
Fucking.
Yeah, I got rope though. I got rope. Silk as
Fucking
well.
hope you guys got rope. How much
I
rope you got?
don't. I invested in manacles instead.
You might need to invest in a lock that they come together, or else it cannot lock. By the way,
Seriously?
have-
That's retarded.
no, you can choose your own lock, pretty much, or else it doesn't really lock.
Epic confirm. Manacles
Pretty
already
sure
cost.
manacles yeah. Pretty sure manacles already come with a lock.
Yeah, they're already 15 gold still. That's locks for, I assumed, locking stuff like chests and the like. So we could put one on the
Yeah,
carriage.
Let's see. Escape artist skill. Yeah, they lock just fine.
Manacles and manacles unbind a medium creature. A manacle can use escape art. Manacles have most manacles have locks. Add the cost of the lock you want to the cost of the manacles.
Add the cost of the lock you want to the cost of the manacle. Oh, yep, right there on the next page.
I remember because I wanted to get a pair. And was
No,
That's
they should still lock. Let's see. How much was
They're
the lock
probably
in?
just iron nails or some pins that you just put in place.
probably.
A lock right here with lanterns and such. How much does it cost, though?
A lot.
Symbol DC 20.
20.
Lock, £1. Very simple. 20 GP. Ugh. Fucking
Yes.
expensive. More expensive than the
Ridiculous.
fucking manacles.
So
Yes,
You know what?
how
Fuck that,
about-
because I say the manacle mostly covers that. You have a very, very simple lock. If you want a better one, you have to pay the cost of that.
okay, so essentially it's like a pin they might be able to undo kind of thing.
Yeah, I'll make it a DC of like 15, so most people could get out with some time, but it does have a lock.
Jesus fuck my ear.
Note that it's a DC 15 if they aren't trying to do it with their hands behind their back.
Yes.
With that
So-
in the case, probably more like 25.
So, someone who is trying to unlock them for them.
Yeah, someone trying to unlock it for them is going to be pretty simple.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god. I just know how we could do something horrible and it's retarded and would get me killed. Crash the lamp oil in. I run in. Tell them that, oh no, I'm too late. Then I can give them my spell components, which I carry with me and don't really need, as a fucking look, I'm not here as part of the attack. I'm even gonna give you this. And then I just ignite it and burn them all. I look forward to burning any way I can, really. I just want to watch it all.
Did your daddy burn you when you were little?
No, he burned my Vecna shrine. What?
Rations per day. Let's see. So
Grumble, grumble, religious prejudice, grumble.
Time to start, people.
let's see. I need to put the lips here correctly. Backpack is 2.
I assume a
Robe.
sickle is harder to conceal than a dagger by a whole lot, right?
Really are pretty bulky.
Well, it's considered a simple weapon at least.
That was impressive.
That was
Yeah, that
impressive,
was.
yes.
That is pure that's just pure dice.
Hook it behind the ear. I'm taking a trophy. Shunk. Oh my fucking god, I've been living with an orc for like 4 years now. That's exactly what I would do.
All right, so you guys about ready to get to the learning combat phase?
Yeah, we probably should do that.
Sure, why not?
Yeah,
Yeah, one moment. Someone just.
I'm still going through some numbers, but so
Back.
I have
All right.
a medium load. So I have a medium low by default with what I'm carrying on.
Were you trying to go for something less?
Yeah, but I have medium armor and a shield, so
It doesn't matter much then. Your
Yeah.
medium armor already makes it so that you're taking worse penalties than a medium load.
yeah.
So, I wanted to actually ask something about burning hands at some point, Epic.
Yeah, what's that?
It says that flammable materials such as cloth, paper, parchment, etc. burn when the flames touch them. So what
Yep.
about scrolls random assholes are holding threateningly?
Yeah.
It would definitely burn those if they were holding them very threateningly. Generally, if you were trying to set them on fire, they are a little harder than most things, so probably wouldn't interfere with the spell. But if they didn't do anything about it, it would burn up in a few rounds.
Mm-hmm. Okay. No. And I assume that a character can extinguish burning items as a full round action.
Correct.
Spicy. And I assume the same applies to like a wooden tavern getting flamed. It just starts
Yeah.
burning.
I have to go
It
though,
takes time to do it.
because it's getting late for me.
What do you mean it's getting late? We usually play longer than this.
Yeah,
we
have
I
two
know.
rounds.
It's 9.
It's-
What
I
the
have
what
stuff
the
to
heck,
do
dude?
tomorrow.
I have to go to university tomorrow, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not only that, what are they gonna do? There's already skeletons surrounding you.
Oh shit.
Shit.
Skeletons. Seriously?
Fuck it.
I figured I'd start very low on the threat scale. Don't worry, it'll go up.
Are they spooky and scary?
They are spooky, scary skeletons.
I
Also, note that skeletons actually have a really high initiative. They're actually higher than any of you,
They just troll like shit.
apparently.
Yep.
You'd
Just a
like
bit slower
to
than
it.
all of us.
Holy crap, Call Lightning is a
Jesus fuck.
fucking insane spell. Thunk it.
What is?
No, I was just looking at Call Lightning.
Of course, Call Lightning's going to be.
Also something I can never actually.
So that's everybody. All right. So it's time to learn some combat. I'm gonna have everyone go over to the combat page. Is the most basic thing to really try and understand that we need.
Okay, well, Steel is yelling in the background. Why don't I take a look at the timer? Because that might be a good time to split the video before we go into that.
Yep. All right.